What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman, like that podcast. And this week's sponsorship is from Newsly. Newsly is a all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and read them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time in ever on the internet, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topic you choose, start playing, start scrolling, and start listening. You can follow any topic as you specifically as you like, from sports, science to Bitcoin, even for the Kardashians. It will find you on the latest article and you read them to you out loud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 50 countries. Our podcast, MrGentleman, like that podcast, is on there as well. Yes, it is. Shout out to Newsly for that. I started using it as my default podcast app. Download and use Newsly for free from www.newsly.me or from the link in the description. Use the promo code MrGentleman that I will also put in the description and receive 1 month free premium subscription. So you already know, y'all, download Newsly now. Check it out. Support them, y'all. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, your host of MrGentleman, like that podcast, and enjoy the show. You are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 6. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, 1/4 of the Premier Boy Podcast, and your host of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And welcome to another new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Hope all is well. Before we talk about this next new episode, I just want to take time to thank everybody that tuned in to last week's episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, episode 105, Fear and Anxiety. It was a really hard episode to do, but I thank you everybody that took the time and listened. Told me that y'all also went through anxiety and mental health. You know, it really means a lot, and I did this episode so y'all can know my story, so y'all be courage enough to tell your story. So let's know that mental health is very important and it should be spoke about. So let's continue to grow this episode. And once again, thank y'all for taking the time and listening to this episode. This is a very personal episode, and I thank y'all. So today's episode, we gonna be a lot more light, this episode. And if y'all remember from season 1, episode 6, I did an episode called the Viewer Choice, where I answers people questions. Well, I'm doing this here again, and I thank you for everybody that's sending their questions, and I will be answering on the air. So this could be a little fun episode. Y'all gonna know a little bit more about me in a fun light, and yeah. So y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
Hi, this is Amanda from Dating Will Be the Death of Me, and you are listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I will be giving y'all the MrGentleman Facts quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, if you really want something, just go for it. What I mean by that is self-explanatory. If you want something, whether it's your vision, your dream, somebody you want, a job, an opportunity, you just have to go out there and go for it. And that is today, Mr. Gentleman Facts, quote of the day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast, where we bring many guests telling about their stories about their brand they got going on. Also about me telling y'all my personal stories about things that are going on in my life. Also, we have many spin-off shows on Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast called The Old School Show, with myself and the Star Writing Rod, where we talk anything old school, which happen every 4th or 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. on the Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast Network, and another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many artists about their music journey. And also we have a roundtable music discussion about anything music, and which should come on every first Sunday at 12 a.m. on Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast Network. And yeah, you already know, if y'all need a podcast to listen to, check out Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Good Pod, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Good Pod, Podchaser, and Apple Podcasts. You know, the more y'all rate, the more love the show get. Y'all can also check it out on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube now. Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman Like That TV. And also support the website of Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast, Mr. Gentleman Like That Podcast.com. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and have a good day, night, wherever you're listening to this episode. Back to the show. True.
Hey, my name is Cece, and you are listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, it's time for the Q&A episode where y'all send me your question and I will answer all questions on the air. So I just want to take the time to thank you, everybody that sent me your questions. And now it's time for the first question. What is my favorite season? My favorite season is spring. I say spring because of my birthday month. And it just always feels nice, you know, in the springtime. Man. I just love it, you know. Always love it. What is my favorite holiday? Thanksgiving and Christmas. Those two is definitely my favorite holidays. What is my favorite food? If y'all know me, y'all know that I love food. And sometimes it's hard to pick on what is my favorite food, but if I had to pick, my favorite food is Thai food, Caribbean food, and soul food. What is my favorite type of music? I love all types of music. I listen to literally everything. But if I had to pick one specific type that is my favorite, it will be R&B. Especially old school R&B from 2000s, 90s, the 80s, disco era, Motown, and many more. Don't get me wrong, the 2010s, early 2010s had some dope R&B too. You know, it's funny because I was just listening to Frank Ocean, you know, and it got me wondering, yo, where is Frank Ocean at? Because we need a new album from Frank Ocean. I also was listening to Miguel, College School Dream, earlier this week. And I want to thank a lot of listen because she covered the album, and that just got me in the mood to listen to the whole album again. So we definitely need a new album from Miguel as well. And of course, you know, I love the new Rihanna song right now. That's off the Black Panther soundtrack, you know, the Lift Me Up and the Born Again. Yeah, I love R&B, y'all. I love R&B. If you have all the money you needed to accumulate your dreams, what would be the first thing that you do? Honestly, first thing I would do is most likely would be to pay all my bills, basically. That would be the first thing I do. The second thing I do would to pay my parents, because they deserve everything. I probably give them the money first, actually, because they deserve everything for what they did to me all my life, and the best way to pay them back is to give them money because they deserve it, And then after that, the third thing will be the money for me. So pay my family, my debts, and then me. That's what I would do with the money. What is my favorite sports team? For basketball, y'all already know, man. I'm a big fan of the Knicks. Yeah. Baseball, even though I'm not a big fan of baseball anymore, it will always be the Mets. Thanks to my grandfather. Football would be the Jets. Hockey, I don't have a favorite team for hockey. I do not watch hockey. And tennis player would be Serena Williams, Venus Williams, and Naomi. Who is my favorite wrestler? Past and present. So for the past, I would have to say The Rock, Stone Cold, the Hardy Boys, Kurt Angle, Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, and Trish Stratus. For present, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Street Profits, Bryan Danielson on AEW, Liv Morgan, Adam Cole on AEW, Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, and Kevin Owens. What is my favorite movies? Man, this was hard, so I had to give y'all. I had to make this list for movies. So my favorite movies is Boys in the Hood, Juice, Hitch, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Baby Boy, Black Panther, Drumline, Soul Food, Good Burger, Jim Henson, TJ and Ninja Turtles, and many more. I watch a lot of movies, so I got a lot of favorite movies, but those that I just mentioned are my favorites at the moment. Like, those are my favorites. Definitely are my favorites. And I know there's many more, but the ones I just named are my definite favorites. Am I single? Yes, I am single. I've been single for a minute, actually. So, yeah, I am single. Am I looking? I'm not gonna hold you. I know back in the day, I was going crazy. I would always want to be in a relationship with somebody. I would fill up with a lot of people under their pictures and stuff like that. And, but now, I know I flirt every here and there, but whatever. As you get older, you learn to, love yourself more. And you learn to push yourself first. So, to answer this question, I am not looking, but if the right person that catch my attention come into my life and win me over, then that's a different story. Then I will be open into creating something with that person. But I'm not looking, but I am open if somebody who catch my attention and win me over will come into my life, and I'm willing to give that person a chance. Because, I'm still in the process of getting myself together, and in order for me to be with somebody, I gotta have myself together, so I'll be open to giving that person that deserves the world my love. So that's why I'm gonna prepare myself before I get to that step. But so I'm not really looking, but if the right person happens to catch my attention and win me over, I will be open for it. So will I marry my first love or somebody that I dealt with? Honestly, at this point, no, because they're not in my life for a reason. There you go. There you go. So somebody asked me, what do I think about my bro show, King Talk with Aaron Sands? As y'all already know, Aaron King Talk Sands is a part of the Premier Way podcast, and he started his podcast show in 2021. I am executive producer of that show, and he is currently on season 3, and right now he is doing really good. He's hitting number 1 on the entertainment news charts of Good Pods for many weeks. First time it was 18 days, second time he about to hit 11 days. So he's doing amazing things, and bro, I just want to say I'm proud of you, and keep up the good work. You got an amazing thing. I just feel like more people should give my brother Aaron Keith Sands a chance. So check out his podcast show, King Talk with Aaron Sands, MrGentleman, Lifestyle Podcast, stamp of approval. Yeah. Who inspired me the most in life? So it's three parts to this. The first part is family, because no matter what I do, I always want to make them proud. So I'll do all I can to make my family proud. The second is friends, my real close friends, because they push me to go harder. And the last thing is myself. I inspire myself because every day I want to be a better version of myself, because y'all know in life is about evolving, and you're not meant to stay the same. So every day, I always inspire myself to go harder every day, because I want to be the best version of myself at everything that I do. And those are the 3 things that inspire me in life. If I were doing podcasts, what avenue will I be going? It would be 2 avenues. One would be music, but more of the songwriter's route. I know it's one thing that, y'all know, I was an artist, like, back in the 2010s, me and my team. And one thing that I wish I could have done more is to take my songwriting a lot more serious. I feel like I could have done more with it. I wrote many songs, like over 300 songs, and never really got out there. And that's the one thing that I regretted, and I wish that I had put my music, my songwriting more out there. So yeah, that's one thing that that's one avenue I wish I would have went. Also acting. Now, many people told me that Ken, I can act. I should do more with it. Honestly, I went to one audition and I was embarrassed at that audition, and I just lost confidence, and that's why I stopped acting. And honestly, I wish I could have done more, because I know I could have went far. Y'all already know, like you heard the last episode, me took up by anxiety. Yeah, that's the perfect example of that. So like I mentioned in that episode, sometimes you can't let fear conquer you. And that what happened to me when it came to the acting. When one side of thing went wrong, fear took over. And that happened with a lot of stuff that I do. And I feel like that's something that I need to change, going forward. So if I wasn't doing podcasting, I would have went the music route, or I would have went the acting route. Who knows? Maybe I could do both in the future. You just never know. Who are my favorite podcasters I listen to at the moment? Well, y'all know this is hard, because I listen to a lot of amazing indie podcasters. And a lot of them go get upset at me when I don't mention their name, because trust me, if I mention all my favorite podcasters, this show will go on for like 3 hours. So I'm just gonna name a few. So y'all know the Red Doves, the High Tea Podcast, Lavender Listen, Cathy Vibes, the Geeky Dad After Dark, the Multiverse Kids, Cry Diners, a lot of our Fear Podcasts, Wild Night with Rocky, Conversation with Toy, Pedal of Support, Above the Ring, Things About Us Podcast, Chime In, Happy Hour Show, Lady Pitch, Small Town USA, the Michelle Podcast, Wrestling World, Jabba Tip Podcast, Wrestling Fans Inclined. It's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of amazing podcasts. Inspirational with T. It's a lot of amazing podcasts. I can't name all of y'all, but I listen to a lot of podcasts. Y'all know me. I shop all y'all on Twitter. I listen to a lot of podcasters. Y'all all doing amazing things. Shout out to y'all. Y'all all doing amazing things. What is the most proudest moment for Mr. Gentleman Let That Pocket this year? I got a few. So one will be my show about to hit 25,000 downloads. And I'm not gonna hold y'all. That was big, man. That's big. Come on, I feel like yesterday I just hit 10,000K. So 10,000 downloads. So now to be hitting 25,000, it's a really big deal. 25,000. So that is a really big deal. And honestly, I just shocked that everybody took the time and listened to Mr. Gentleman Like the podcast. It really means a lot. And y'all just don't understand that I put my heart and soul into the show. The show is my brand, the show is me. And I'm willing to take the show to the next level no matter what. So for that, I thank y'all. The second proudest thing that happened to the show this year was season 6 doing so good right now. I'm honestly shocked that season 6 is right now my biggest season so far. Literally all the episodes been hitting. Basically hits after hits after hits. So I'm just really shocked and people really tuning into the show. So honestly, I just want to thank everybody because I'm shocked by it. Y'all don't understand how shocked I am by it. Y'all just check y'all just don't understand how shocked I am about it. The third thing will be Mr. Gentleman Like the Pocket hitting number 1 for top 100 shows on Good Pods. When I saw that, I was really shocked, man. I did remember one day that I was on Good Pod checking the chart just randomly just to see what's up. And next thing you know, I see my show number 1 for top 100 shows. And honestly, I kept refreshing it. I thinking that wasn't real, but it really was real. I'm like, wow. And I was just like, wow, that is crazy. So it's just like, thank you everybody that's supporting the show. I still can't believe that people actually listen to the show because I don't know. I'm just shocked, y'all. It is genuine love for real. Like, I just don't understand. Like, y'all know I thank y'all every episode, but for real, I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all for really tuning into the show. And the last proudest thing that happened this year for Mr. Gentleman Like the podcast is getting magazine articles, interviews. Shout out LA. Shout out to I Have a Podcast. And for getting me interview on an online magazine. It really means a lot. Y'all just don't understand. I also got another one in the work with LA Voice. So yeah, man, I've been really getting myself out there the best way that I can, y'all. So once again, I thank y'all. Once again, I thank you for real. Alright, so we got last three questions that they left. And these last 3 is really, really hard to answer. So the first one is Kanye West. How do I feel about Kanye West? I don't agree with everything that he's saying at all, but some things it's hard to say. I don't agree with everything he's saying. But at the same time, some parts of it makes a little bit of sense. But not everything makes sense. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with what he said about George Floyd. I don't agree with what he said about slavery with a choice. I don't agree. But yeah, Kanye West, I just feel like he has to have to chill. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to even dive into that, The next one about Donald Trump. Oh, gosh. Yo, y'all just be sending me the crazy question. Donald Trump. If y'all heard the Premier podcast, y'all know how I feel about Donald Trump. And it's no different. The question is specifically asks, do I think he's going to win 2024? I hope not. I hope not. I hope he don't win 2024. But I would say I feel like he got a little bit more stronger chance of win now than he did 4 years ago. Do I think he actually gonna win? I do not think so, because y'all know I'm not voting for that man. Let's be clear. But I just feel like he might got a little bit stronger chance now. But I don't think he winning, and I make sure he don't win. And the last question is Shaquita Robinson. And I hope I said the right name right, but when I heard this story, when I saw the video, I was really heartbroken. It was really hard to watch. It's just sad that what happened to her, that her friends were plotting on her, it sucks, man. It's hard. It's bad enough that it's hard to trust people. Bad enough, let alone that it's supposed to be your friends, So what I'm gonna say about that is, watch out who your friends are, because sometimes not everybody is your friends, and sometimes your friends could be jealous of you. Sometimes your friends could be plotting on you. You just have to be cautious and just know that not everybody is your friends. Don't call everybody your friends, because not everybody your friends. And that's all I had to say about that. It was one more question somebody asked me, and I'm gonna read it here. This last question somebody asked me is, why do I hate Tony Khan? And when will I admit that Tony Khan is the best promoter in the wrestling business? Well, whoever sent me the question, guess what? I'm not going to answer that question here. You're going to find out my answer for that question this Thursday on MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. This is the Survivor Series War Game prediction episode with Aaron Quinto Sands, and I will answer that question on that episode. So yeah, y'all, thank y'all for taking the time and listening to the Q&A episode, y'all, and hopefully y'all get to know a little bit more about me. And once again, thank y'all, man, and I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. I'm MrGentleman like the podcast and the Premier Boy podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman like the podcast spin-off shows. And MrGentleman like the podcast has many spin-off shows, but we're gonna talk about this one fan favorite spin-off show called the Old School Show with myself and the star writer Rod, where we talk anything old school, from movies, music, TV shows, childhood memories, and many more. Love this show because of this nostalgic feel, and it's always been fun when we have many special guests come to the show. And if y'all want to check out this spin-off show, y'all can check it out every 4th and sometimes 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. Every 4th and sometimes 5th Sunday at 12 a.m. Also, we have another spin-off show called A Conversation About Music Podcast, where we talk to many unsigned artists about their music journey, and we play their song on the show, so many audience could know about their music. I wanted to play a platform from unsigned artists so they could come on the show, and so we could spread the word so everybody could take the time and take out their music and stuff like that. Also on the show, we have many roundtable discussion about music. And y'all want to check out this show, y'all can check it out every first Sunday at 12 a.m. Every first Sunday at 12 a.m. You can check out both spin-off shows on MrGentleman like the podcast network. And of course, we have many more spin-off shows coming real soon. But you can check out the Old School Show and A Conversation About Music podcast right now. And this is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman from MrGentleman like the podcast. And have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Cheers! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in to this latest episode of MrGentleman Like the Podcast. I know this episode was really light, but don't worry, because we have a second new episode this Thursday, the 12 a.m. of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Survivor Series War Games prediction episode with Aaron King Talk Sands from the Premier Way Podcast and King Talk with Aaron Sands. You already know what we do every prediction episode. We do it together. So look out this Thursday on a special MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast on a special day, Thursday at 12 a.m. But y'all already know where I'm at every week. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast each night, Sundays at 12 a.m. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and many more. Y'all can rate the show 5-star rating on Good Pods, Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and Spotify. The more you rate the show, the more people know about MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Don't forget to check out the spin-off series of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents the Old School Show. We will be returning with new episodes on December 18th at 12 a.m. We're going to finish off season 2 of the Old School Show December 18th at 12 a.m. The last 4 episodes during the holiday season. Also, that same week, Date Night Talk Podcast, myself and Vanna B, last 4 episodes of season 1, starting that Thursday. And so y'all will be getting both the Old School Show and Date Night Talk during the holiday season, y'all. And don't forget, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents a conversation about music podcast. New season, February and every first Sunday at 12 a.m. February and every first Sunday at 12 a.m. So check out all of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast spin-off series on MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast Network. The Old School Show, Date Night Talk, and a conversation about music podcast. If you want to be a guest on MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast, y'all can send me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, KenYPGENT@gmail.com. KenYPGENT@gmail.com. Or hit me up on social media, Ken_MrGentleman. I repeat, Ken, KEN _Mr. MR, Gentleman, GENTLEMAN, or Ken MrGentleman on other sites like TikTok and Twitter and many more. Add me on Good Pod, Ken MrGentleman. Y'all already know I love Good Pod, cater to many independent podcasters. We can listen to each other's show. We can rate each other's show. We see what everybody listens to, and we have the charts. So at the time, we will be doing a chart review on Good Pods. And for top 100 shows, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast is number 5. For top 100 shows, MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast is number 5. For Society and Culture, we are number 2 for Society and Culture. And for top 100 episode, for Fear and Anxiety, we are number 3. So I just want to thank y'all for continuing to listen to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Let's continue to grow the show. Let's get us back to number 1 on all the charts. So once again, I thank y'all. And don't forget to support the MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast website, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. Y'all can listen to every episode. Y'all can watch videos. Y'all can see every guest profile. Y'all can buy me coffee on the website. Y'all can buy merch from MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast or from TeePublic. Y'all can check out every interview that I was a part of and many more. So support the MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast website, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com. Also, look out for the Premier Way Podcast with myself, Aaron Kito San, the star writer, rider, lonely, the chief Malay Mel. Season 3 is coming soon. Season 3 is coming soon. Season 1 and Season 2 is available now. Season 3 is coming soon. And once again, thank y'all for tuning into the latest episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Don't forget, second new episode of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast this week. this Thursday at 12 p.m., aka Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, so have a good day or night wherever you're listening to this episode.
This is Laquita from the Queen and Me podcast, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.